Hello everyone, welcome to this Minecraft Simulations, a live stream here. Today we're going to do some White in the Caribbean from the Domenican Republic to Saint Maarten Princess Juliana Airport in the TBM 850 by Black Square. Now let's go ahead and start here. One close up or engine covers. I'm looking at this airport as well. It's a handcrafted airport, which comes standard in Flight Simulator. So that's quite nice. Let's close this up here. Just need to do something in the settings very quickly. I forgot to increase the rain detail. Let's close this cover as well. Even the picture hits already, pro covers are gone. No time to enter into our aircraft. Get the stairs up. Let's go ahead and close. Perfect. Let's take a seat. Alright, that was already connected to the GPU. Now let's go ahead and set up the nav lights on. This will be it. And go ahead. Let's set PM here. Get the fuel selector to auto. And that is on as well. Let's start by taking the ATIS. Let's look at the frequencies here. There is no ATIS frequency. We'll probably look at the weather. Weather data. Okay, there's no weather data. Okay. Let's see if they have their ground frequency. Let's just tune into ground and ask for the oil for clearance. Ground today, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, request IFR clearance.
Indy, Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, Puerto Plata ground. Expect runway 08, Pocket 1 departure, Pixis transition, squawk 206 tree.
It cleared to Juliana Airport via Pocket 1 departure, Pixis transition at runway 08, and squawk 2063 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra.
Indy to Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, read that correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Call you back, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright, so we have our clearance. Pocket 1 departure, Pixis transition. We're going to load that in. And then go ahead and take our sim leaf right down here. And put in the rest of the route. Okay, so after Pixis, we'll get an airway. We're going to go ahead and go load airway. Mike 348 until Katok. Puerto Rico. I'm going to load that. After that, we expect Mike 348 still to Akawa. Load that as well. Then direct Pasik. From Pasik we go to from the Bravo 5 to the middle. Airway. Oh, that's the wrong button. The airway. Oh, 5 to 0 up to lot. Then from Warp direct to the airport. Tango November Charlie Mike. Princess Juliana. Gonna load our arrival here. We don't have any arrival plan, so we're just gonna build the approach. Can select the RNAV 10. And let's see, we are coming from lab. I don't see anything here. Just gonna use vectors for now. Just gonna have a quick look if there's any arrival procedure from lab. No, there's no arrivals available. So, these people are this for now. That's our flight planning. Very cool. Squawk 2063, we got the squawk in as well. Gonna have a look at our departure. Kilo 1. So, Kilo 1 intercept Tango Alpha Rail 084. Tango Alpha is 115.1. We'll select that here. 510. And they said intercept radio 084 until 2700, so that's basically almost straight ahead. After that, we turn right to the assigned airway Mach 348 in our pace. No turns prior to crossing. We'll climb to minimum airway altitude or HC sign altitude with severs higher for 25 miles up Tango Alpha at or above the minimum airway. Mach 348, you can see here, minimum altitude 6,000 feet. Oh, that's fine. So we look at our SIN brief for what altitude we are planned at. 290 is the highest. We got 190 initially until cutoff. Alright, very good. Let's see, what else can we do here? In order to get the generator on main, that the oxygen pressure is up good. Turn that on. Our QNH was, she didn't mention the QNH. Let's see what the airport elevation is 17. I'll just change this until we see about 20 feet. That should be approximately the QNH. There we go, 1018. 3008. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and request startup. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra request startup.
Clear to plot of ground, Indy. The Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, go ahead.
India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra request startup. Well, that should be clear enough.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra engine start approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Engines are approved. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright. We'll just get our strobes on so we have some flashing lights so they can see we are starting up. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the ignition on. Or boost pump, auxiliary boost pump, turn it on. Got that flasher, got ignition here. And we're gonna go ahead and turn the starter on. I'll wait for 13% in the NG. There's about 13%. Go to low idle. Declare ITT for hot start. It's quite hot here. NG for hung start. ATT is reducing again. And waiting for NG 50%, which is now. We'll turn the starter off. All in the green. And let's go to high idle on the mixture. Perfect. The engine is stabilized and started well. So, I'm turn the ignition in auto. And let's start turning everything on here. I'm gonna turn the Ethos master on. Turn the AP3 master on the bleeder auto, air conditioning on, fan flow to auto. And yeah, that's it for now. Okay. I'm gonna turn all the gyros here on as well. Our battery off. Yes, we started with GPU. Let's disconnect our ground power. Oh, first, let's change to the battery. That would be a problem otherwise, not disconnect our ground power. And there we are. So, pitot heat, well, it's not really necessary, but let's start it on. Why not? Let's get the inertial separator and see. Is that a 737 over there? It looks like it, yeah. Nice. Anyway, let's get our inertial separator on for taxi. So they're boost pumping though to auto. Let's get on that. Here, let's see why or hang that. Diddle 85. It's 28 degrees right now. It's cool that coming down a little bit. And let's request taxi. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, request taxi.
Indy, a Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, runway 08, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 08, taxi via Alpha, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Okay, so we're just gonna taxi straight ahead to Alpha. Hold short, it's a 3,000 meter runway. We should even be able to take off from the intersection there. Okay, so let's have a look. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Let's turn our taxi light on.
Indy, a Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, runway 08, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 08, taxi via Alpha, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Release the brakes. So look for flight controller free. And it looks good. This side looks good as well. Just gonna cycle the prop as well. Still to full feather. And back to max. Rudder. I've seen that. Rudder is free. Brakes work. Looking good. And I like this airport. It's included with the standard version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is quite cool. It's handcrafted. The Dominican Republic. Yes, now that our nav, our flight directors are ready. We're approaching a holding point. Point Alpha. Here we are. Stop the aircrafts. Set apart and make. And let her know we are ready. India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, ready for departure.
Contact tower when at runway hold point Indy for Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra.
Contact tower, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra. But what is the frequency, lady? Let's have a look. 118 Settle.
Plot of ground Indy for Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Please complete your message.
Let's go over to the tower. Okay. Tower, good day. India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, ready for departure.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, Puerto Plata Tower, wind 130 at 8 runway 08, cleared for takeoff.
There for takeoff, runway 08, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright, so we're clear for takeoff. Gonna go ahead and have landing lights on. Light on. Transponder into alt reporting. And there we go. Let's line up and move for takeoff. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. They didn't give us any initial altitudes. And there's no altitude on the SID as well, so we'll see what they said once airborne. Yeah, smoothly at power. We're about 100% on torque. There we go, takeoff power set. Pressure and temps in degree. For 85 knots. There's 85, and it rotates. Bit 2-3 here. Further. Let's go ahead and get our gear up.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo, Sierra contact Santo Domingo Control 124.3.
124.3, India Sierra, Bravo Sierra. 24300.
Negative Santo Domingo Control on 124.3.
124.3, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra. Oh yes, mode on, the other on. Good day, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, passing 1,500, climbing 3,000, the departure.
Indy, the Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, Santo Domingo Control, identified. Climb to 10,000 feet.
110,000 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. 110,000 is set. It's nearly all pilot for now. Let's show we can get our speed around 140 knots for the climb. A little bit more. There's 140 knots. Let's get IS mode. For some reason, the white directors are showing way too low now with IS mode. We can choose vertical speed instead. Okay, we are doing well. Let's say 1,500 for now. Engage our pilots. Rekindle to 850 mode. 850 mode reduce the trouble a little bit. And an inertial separator can come off. Increase the climb rate to 2,000 feet a minute here. We can go ahead and get our right turn. There we go, flight plan. Let's go there at excess. And now from there we go. Okay, and now we can set our climb thrust here. I'll put the torque at around the 115. There we go. Climb thrust is set. Very cool. So let's do after takeoff checks. We have to gear up. Black Square 850 mode.
Kilo Bravo Sierra. Contact Santo Domingo Center 126.9er.
126.9er by India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. That's the remainder of the day. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. And bound to success passing climbing level 100. Let's reduce the vertical speed a little bit here.
Indy Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra Santo Domingo Center identified. Climb to flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Okay, so 190 is that. Reduce the vertical speed a little bit more. Let's speed up a little bit. To climb in IS mode, but for some reason it's not doing what it should right now. Let's wait for they get around 130 knots. Let's try again to engage it. Okay, seems like it's working fine now. IS mode is the safer mode to use in climb because vertical speed doesn't protect your airspeed. Or if your vertical speed is too high, your airspeed can keep dropping until we get in a stall if you're not careful. But IS modes, it basically pitches for the speed you selected, so it's a bit safer. You're more protected, let's say. Have a look through our wings here. Nice view of the Domenican Republic. I do enjoy flying in this part of the world. It's beautiful, good weather.
Chile 591 heavy. Contact Punta Cana approach 119.7.
almost intercepting the course here to Bokil, to Pixes. I do enjoy flying this aircraft as well. Definitely my favorite turboprop. I almost forgot we have to set the pressurization here. Oh, somehow it's at 280. I didn't put that. Let's put it at 190 for starters. 190 initially. There's descending now, that's a bit overreacting. But anyway, our PSI is okay. Cabin altitude is 4,000 at the moment. Almost at where we leveled off. See, the IS mode is now working. It's just leveled us off at 9,500 feet. I have no idea what's going on at this mode today. Okay, let's go back to vertical speed. Engage. Very strange. Sync our heading back. And then there's flight level 100 landing lights. And come off. Flying with 1,500 feet a minute. Now, reset slightly until we get back to 140 knots for the climb. No idea what's happening with the IS mode today, but it is what it is. Let's dip the climb thrust a little bit up again. Rear we can see our routing. If I zoom out a little bit. All the way to Princess Juliana. Famous Saint Maarten Airport. We're about 116 ultimate 2,000 feet a minute. Quite a good performance here. Feel free to interact in the chat with me, by the way, if you have any questions, anything you want to say. Do not hesitate, I will try to answer anything you ask me to the best of my knowledge. And if you enjoy the stream, please like and subscribe to help my very young channel grow. There, I'm gonna reduce the rate of climb now, coming to 140 knots. There we go. I like to fly I'm also set standard since we're climbing to flight level. I do like to fly general aviation aircraft in the sim. It's something different than always the airliners. Especially this aircraft. I do enjoy the Black Square TBM or the A2A command shift, as well as the Aerostar. Well, these are my three favorite general aviation planes in the sim. As for airliners, gotta go with the PMDG 737 Phoenix, A320 PMDG 777 777. Those are definitely my favorite.
Allegiant 7000, contact Punta approach 119.75.
Contact Punta approach 119.75, Allegiant 7000.
Keep me around 140 knots nicely with this rate of climb. have a look what the weather is like in our destination. So what I like really cool about this GPS, the GTN 750, you can just click the airport, press waypoint info, go to weather data. It shows you everything. Oh, there's actually some rain at the moment, light rain showers in the vicinity. Wind 07018, a little bit windy, but not gusting at the moment. Probably with the shower that's passing as well. The scatter 1627 degrees, 1018, so it's probably gonna be a little bit bumpy in the arrival.
Air Anchor 5102 Heavy, descend to flight level 110.
There is one to go. Producer rate 1000 here in minutes. Cruise level. There we go, flight level 190. Beautiful. A little bit turbulent here. Oh yeah, a little bit windy in Saint Maarten. Some turbulence expected, some possible light rain as well. We're doing about 240 knots on the ground speed right now. It's not too quick, but we're increasing still. Speed. Up to our cruise speed. If we go ahead and check in the utilities. Trip planning is in position. It's about 1.5 hours. That will increase the power slightly more, so we can get there a bit faster. We'll have a look quickly on the iPad that I have here. You see cruise settings in the TBM from Black Square TBM. Okay, maximum cruise power is 1 to 1 on the torque. Normal cruise power here There's also an onto one. For basically almost next power we can go. Increase the power slightly in that case. Get it around here. Ground speed now of 280.
Air Anchor 5102 Heavy QNH 1019er, expect the RNAV runway 11 with the vibe in transition.
QNH 1019, expect the RNAV runway 11 with the Biden transition. Air Anchor 5102 Heavy.
Air Anchor 5102 Heavy, descend to flight level 080.
Descend to flight level 080, Air Anchor 5102 Heavy.
Allegiant 7008, contact Punta Cana, approach 119.75.
Contact Punta Cana, approach 119.75, Allegiant 7008.
Air Anchor 5102 Heavy, cleared direct Biben. Cross Biben at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared RNAV runway 11.
Cleared direct Biben, cross Biben at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared RNAV runway 11, Air Anchor 5102 Heavy.
And I'm just playing around a little bit with the songs here from YouTube library. Let's try to get us some jazz, maybe. Let's see if I can find something nice. A little bit relaxing. Just cruising along. Right level 190. Around the Domenican Republic, we got an airport here next to us. My Delta Alpha Bravo. Let's have a look what airport this is. Royal Baril. Never heard of that. See if we can see anything out our window. Not a big fan of this town.
Air Anchor 5102 Heavy. Contact level Mata Tower 118.6. Have a good day.
Contact Tower 118.6, Air Anchor 5102 Heavy.
Santo Domingo Center, November 505 Charlie, November 8000. November 505 Charlie, November, Santo Domingo Center, identified.
So the deal our trip isn't going with the GTM. Utilities trip planning. So estimated time on route 1 hour left. Let's look at our fuel planning. We're gonna have a lot of fuel left. 180 gallons as we departed full ins. Currently cruising along, just leaving the Dominican Republic. Next, we'll pass Puerto Rico. And then we'll keep going. Keep going easterly all the way to Princess Juliana, the famous airport, where you can see the landings from the beach. I'm gonna do an hour-and-a-half approach in there. That's
Dominicana 074. Contact Los Americas approach 119.3.
Contact Los Americas approach 119.3 Sky Dominicana 074.
Happens to be Puerto Rico in the distance already. It'd be nice to fly around.
November 505 Charlie November, Santo Domingo Center. Expect Antic 2 Delta, runway 11. Expect Antic 2 Delta, runway 11, November 505 Charlie November.
It's the beyond ATC today. It's going quite well for now. Sometimes with the AI ATC.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, contact San Juan Oceanic Control 135.7.
135.7, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Let's see if she understood us.
Negative, San Juan Oceanic Control on 135.7.
135.7, bye-bye, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Please understand.
Negative, San Juan
Negative.
Oceanic Control on 135.7.
135.7, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Finally. Oceanic control with the India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra level 190 inbound Aqaba.
Indy, the Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, San Juan Oceanic Control identified.
Identified.
American 1461, send 1 Oceanic Control. I have a traffic management route for you. Advise ready to copy.
Affirm, ready to copy, American 1461.
American 1461, expect radar vectors, runway 10.
Expect radar vectors, runway 10, American 1461.
South, West 2384. Contact Miami, Oceanic 132.3. Have a good day.
Center on 132.3, Southwest 2384.
American 1461, radar vectors, runway 10. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, runway 10, ready for descent, American 1461.
American 1461, Cyril E. King landing runway 10.
Cyril E. King, landing runway 10, American 1461.
American 1461, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, American 1461.
American 1461, contact Saint 1 Oceanic Control 118.15.
Center on 118.15, American 1461.
Just flying along Puerto Rico here. Let's have a look at the scenery, the coastline. Very nice. Nice. A little bit turbulence here. Can see the airplane shaking. That's what we expect when we arrive in Saint Maarten as well. It's gonna be a little bit windy. Might be some rain showers as well. Oh, might be an interesting approach later on. Beautiful day here though. The technical temperature is 27 degrees in Saint Maarten today. Very light temperature. To enjoy this on the weekends, just jumping in flight simulator, the TBM, just do a relaxing flight. Where I am, the weather is not as good as here in the Caribbean, so it's nice to sit indoors and relax a little bit. I wish it was 27 degrees over here. I would be outside at the beach if that was the case. For anyone who's watching, feel free to leave a chat, by the way. Where are you guys from?
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Contact San Juan Oceanic Control 118.75.
118.75 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Good day, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Like level 190.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, San Juan Oceanic Control, radar contact.
Alright, perfect. There then. Let's go ahead and look outside of our window again. The scenery of beautiful Puerto Rico. Or what do we... You know, I'm a little bit bored. How about we ask for a descent and let's do a stall. Let's practice a stall with this aircraft. Let's see how it goes. And then one
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Contact San Juan Oceanic Control 118.15.
118.15 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright, let's contact those guys first and then we'll...
Negative, San Juan Oceanic Control on 118.15.
118.15 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. There we go. That one Oceanic, good day. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, flight level 100.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. San Juan Oceanic Control identified.
Right, so they won't be too unhappy.
Contact San Juan Oceanic Control 128.65.
I'll ask them for a descent to 170 before we do the stall exercise. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, request descent flight level 170.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, Princess Julie, Yana Airport landing runway 10.
That's not what I asked, Ned. Okay, forget about him. Copy, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Let's just go ahead with the stall here. So, I'm gonna let the other pilots try to keep holding the altitude. And I'm just gonna reduce the power here. Let's see what happens.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, Princess Julie, Yana Airport landing runway 10.
Yes, I'm just gonna let
Princess
AI
Julie,
answer you.
Yana Airport landing runway 10 Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra.
You can see the speed is dropping. And the speed keeps dropping. Which is increasing to hold the altitude. Alright, speeds. Come on. You gotta drop more and more. Oh, there we get our buffets. Listen to the buffeting sound there. Keep it going. Keep 190, get into that stall. And oh, there we go, wing drop. And we're gonna go. And we're gonna climb back to our altitude. And that was interesting. One wing drop with the there, let's switch down, increase the speed. Let's go up on the power. Let's glide back up to 190. It's too much trim. Alright, let's the color back to 190. That was quite cool. Applied the wing drop there. And we practiced the stall maneuver. That was quite interesting to have a wing drop. And actually, I'm gonna try the stall again. And the low throttles to idle. Increase the pitch. So we'll get them buffet soon. There's the buffeting. Keep the pitch, keep hauling it. And there we go, wing drop. Let's pitch back up again. And get our power in. I swear it's quite an aggressive wing drop for stall. What's the warning? Yeah, we know we are stalling. Did it on purpose. Let's climb back up to 190 and rejoin our flight. But be careful not to over-torp it there. Better do direct again to our current waypoint. Oh, it's very nice. Cool. We gotta keep flying the aircraft meantime. Activate that. Now let's pitch down a little bit, increase speed. We're into IS mode now. That's the autopilot. Then get that coin, the cruise. Quite an aggressive when you drop from the stall. It's quite fun though. Makes the cruise a little bit interesting. Right, here we are back at 190. Let's have a look outside. Oh, what 30 is it looking like today? A bit cloudy now. Not much to see. There's some city down here. There's some airport there as well. Let's have a look on our TTN, which airport this is. Luis Muñoz Marin, Don Juan, Puerto Rico. Very cool. Alright, now comfortably cruising in. Passengers, well, we don't have any passengers, but if we had, they'd probably all be in shock. It's always fun to fly some general aviation rather than airliners all the time. Can play around more. I think I saw some stutter there. I think I hear some audio stutters as well. I'm not sure where that's coming from suddenly. Usually the sim is always doing quite well. We've got quite a good PC here. Got the, what's it, the RTX 5080. AMD Ryzen 9800 X3D. But even with all of that, 64 gigabytes of RAM, but even with all of that, the sim is still difficult to handle. We're gonna pass some water right now, so it's not like the terrain is that much. Let's have a look. We have 169 miles left to destination. We're doing about 287 knots on the ground speed right now. And we're just gonna follow here. Easterly direction, almost in a straight line. Towards Saint Maarten, Princess Juliana. See if I can have an 80s already. Let's see what the frequencies are. 80s 12675. We can tune that in. COM2 12750. Actually, put that in COM2. You might be a little bit far away still, actually, but let's have it. Let's give it a try. Yeah, we're a bit too far still. The reception is not very good yet. Well, we can have a look down here, down the weather data. Ooh, spicy weather today. We have 07 little 14 gusting 26, so the runway heading is 100, so it's only a little bit of crosswind, not too bad. Showers in the vicinity, scattered clouds, 28 degrees today, so it's probably gonna be very bumpy with the winds and the high temperature. Here in H1016. Remark, showers southeast to east. Okay. So south is this direction. East is this, so the showers are on the other side than where we are coming from, basically. So hopefully in the center we don't get too much bad weather. Well, if you're enjoying the stream, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to chat with me as well. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy my videos. I'm quite new still to YouTube. Helps my channel grow. Got a nice, quite a big airport over there as well. See what that one is. Tango Juliet Romeo Victor. Jose Aponte de la Torre. Never heard of that. It's a leaf, but Perico behind us.
November 5035 Mike, turn right, heading 090, climb to 2,500 feet, altimeter 3003.
Turn right, heading 090, climb to 2,500 feet, altimeter 300, 3 November 5035 Mike.
Never been to this part of the world in real life, but I'd like to. I should come here one time. Go to the, what's it called, Mahal Beach. Watch the planes land from the beach there. There's some nice crazy videos on YouTube. Planes coming really low over the beach. Remember, I started Flight Simulator with Flight Simulator X. There was this mission to land I think it was a CRJ into Saint Maarten. I remember that. That's probably one of the first things I ever did in Flight Simulator. Try to land it there. With the CRJ. Good fun, back when I knew nothing about planes. Now I know a little bit more, luckily. But I've never flown a turboprop in real life. I wish I had, but never done it. This went straight to the jets. We're gonna pass some other small islands. Here, I'm not sure what they are called. But it's this. It's Saint Thomas. Okay. What is this airport? Road town. And maybe we can have a look at the chart for the arrival, the RNP. RNF10. So we are coming from so let's have a look. Coming from the west.
San Juan Oceanic Control, November 2614 Lima. Good day, 1,800.
Just wanted to
November
choose,
2614
but
Lima,
you don't have an
Control.
exact point.
Contact. Continue climb to flight level.
Let's see, we can join
Climb to flight level 061
Avaki.
2614 Lima.
through LARP.
Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Contact
That's us.
San Juan Oceanic Control 128.65.
128.65 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Perfect. San Juan Oceanic India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra level 100.
Indy, the Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra San Juan Oceanic Control identified.
Okay. For now, just a little bit cleaner route on our flight plan. Oh, oops, in the middle here, flight plan. Oh, I'd just go. Not too sure how to work with it. If I remove this waypoint, I'm afraid I'll remove the destination. Well, after LARP, I can just go direct to Avapi or whatever vectors they give me. Get the
257. Contact Saint Maarten.
cool thing about the GTN is you can even get the charts on here as well.
Information approach 118.45, good speed 257.
Okay, so let's have a look. The FOF is at 1,700. It's a 3-degree glide down to the runway. Minimums are LNAV only. We are flying today. Both is LNAV only. Let's see what the difference is. CDFA 770 or 700. But what exactly is the difference? They're both LNAV minimums. This one has a 1. Let's see if there's... Oh, here. This approach restricted to a maximum of 205 knots until established. Okay, yeah, we're not a lot faster than that in missed approach, so we can select 700 as the minimums. But we are using a radio altitude, so we have to look here. And that's 686 for us. So, V8 sets. And we're gonna round that up 686, so we're gonna put 690 on the decision height. And we're gonna do the same on the other instrument that we have over here. Although, wait, this goes from... I assume that is 100 feet to 2,500, but it... Okay, so we're gonna put, how much we got? About 700. Let's try. So they have the 5, very big. And then let's try 700, yeah, about there. There, so our minimums are set. So I will fly this in LNAV and vertical speed. So we're gonna be doing about 85 knots, so let's say 100 knots on final. So if we do 100 knots, we should gotta aim here for about 530 feet a minute. But we expect a strong headwind. So most probably our ground speed will even be less. More towards 90 to 70, so probably more like 450, 400 feet a minute. I expect in the descent. And yes, and do we have altitude? Well, I expect to be visual. There's not many clouds. Since the map, we have a little bit of altitude versus distance here, but not that much. And this says 4,100. So that's this mountain that we have behind the runway. In case we'll go around it, will be a right turn, winding right turn to 4,000 feet. And direct to embed, so that's why we have the speed restriction to make sure we can turn away from the mountain quickly enough, but in this kind of aircraft, it's no problem anyway. So will be a right turn to onbed, so... Where exactly is onbed? Not really... Oh, here. So we have this line here. Onbed, minimum holding altitude 4,000 feet, max to 40 knots. Climb to 4,000 feet is what we expect. Let's see if anything like that is indicated here. Yeah, we have onbed, we have 4,000.
Good speed 163 Alpha, turn right, heading 115, climb to flight level 170.
Turn right, heading 115.
I'll just see if I can put an altitude here or something. Let me see how this works. Insert after long back waypoint info. How can I? If I go waypoint info, can I do anything? No. I don't know if I can change this. I'll just leave it. Alright, let's see anything else special about this approach. RVR minimum 1,500 meters, sorry. No problem. This is all some hazard beacons behind the runway. Next to 30 knots, that's no issue for us. Yeah, nothing Not much special about it, except for the turning immediately on the go-round. Also, the missed approach point, as you can see, is 2 miles before the runway. It is quite far. Which will definitely have something to do with the mountain behind. Let's have a look where we will expect to park. Here's a terminal. Yeah, I'm not sure where they will send us. Maybe I can check the parking charts if we have any. No, there's no parking chart. Oh wait, I didn't see this part here below. It's also not that big. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Not to worry, it's a small apron. Sadly, look
Speed 163,
on our
turn
left.
right, heading 115, climb to flight level 170.
Turn right, heading 115, climb to flight level 170, good speed 163.
Right, must be how far away are we? 102 nautical miles from the destination. Doing about 270 knots. They're not that far anymore. We're at flight level 1.
Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, descend to flight level 180.
Descent flight level 180 India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright, that was for us. Set 180 in here. All the VS modes. With 1000 feet a minute, engage. And we'll select 190 up here, like 180, sorry. 180 in the pressurization panel. That is set. Alright, so about 100 miles to go, we're gonna be at 180. So 180, 10 times 3 is 30. And then 8 times 3 is 24, so 54 miles. Cabin pressure. Oh, come on, we just adjusted this. So yeah, the PSI is a bit over now, so... cabin altitude is very low, it's only at 2,000 feet. You went a bit too aggressive there with the descent. Try to reduce that. Get the PSI lower again and get this warning bomb. Cabin needs to climb a little bit, that he keeps descending. Right, do like this. I believe if I put the bleed in high, maybe that will... Oh no! Definitely not. That won't help. Well, we just somehow make the cabin climb a little bit. Maybe I put a higher altitude, then he will make the cabin climb. You know.
November 271 Tango Mike, San Juan Oceanic Control. Expect radar vectors, runway 12.
For now, it needs
Expect
to get that
radar vectors,
PSI
runway
lower.
12, November 271 Tango Mike.
Okay, the warning is gone already. Let's reduce that climb rate now again. Let's try to make that 0. Just keep it here for now. Alright, so where was I? There about 54 miles till top. 54 miles from top of descent, so we are at 87, so about 130 miles to go before descent. Not too far anymore. About 10 minutes maybe. And we'll start our descent. I hope anyone who's watching that you're enjoying the stream a little bit. If you enjoy it, please leave a like. Help me out there. And, you'll see the chat as well. There's a cool feature as well that you have here in the GTA. If you press the direct button,
Expect radar vectors. Board means runway 10. Seabark 203 Tango.
so if you have an engine failure,
Seabark 203 Tango.
I'm gonna wait till he shuts up.
300, climb to 2,600 feet. QNH 1018. Turn left, heading 300, climb to 2,600 feet. QNH 1018. Seabark 203 Tango.
right? So let's say we have an engine failure. We want to know where is the closest field. Then you can just hold the direct button, and he will activate Smart Glide, and he will start turning. But you can see he starts turning towards the nearest airfield. So we're gonna disconnect that, turn us back. So now I'm gonna have to gonna go heading mode, back to the autopilot. I'm just gonna fill in our route again now because we did lose that, because or maybe if I exit it, cancel glide, let's see. The routing comes back. Oh yeah, the routing comes back here and so we can go back to that. Yeah, that's a cool feature of this GPS.
203 Tango, clear direct Saint Maarten, cross Saint Maarten above 2,600 feet. Resume on navigation. Roger, heading direct Saint Maarten, cross Saint Maarten above 2,600 feet, then resume on navigation. Seabark 203 Tango, thanks.
I believe this blue ring, I don't know if...
203 Tango, contact Julie, Vienna approach 128.905. Contact Julie, Vienna approach 128.905, Seabark 203 Tango.
So this blue ring that you can see here, I believe that is the glide speed, so that's your range. If you lose an engine, that's how far we can go. So we cannot make this airport here. The only airport we could make seems to be these over here. I don't know what this thing is. Or is this private? Okay, that's a private one. So yeah, this GPS does have some cool features. I believe that's some traffic here. Those, I think those ones are traffic airplanes. Not sure, but I think so. Very cool. So, I'm not sure what kind of transition we don't expect here. Let's see the waypoints. We have a roughly. Let me see if I can choose anything. Let's select approach, transition. Let's try Apaki actually.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, turn right heading 120 vectors for the approach.
Oh, they were just getting vectors. Right, heading 120 vectors for the approach in the Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Okay, cool. We're gonna get vectors. We'll detour Salvaki. So 120, we'll go ahead and select. Let's have a look on our map. Okay, so we have. What is this here? Oh, no, that's not how we're gonna do it.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, contact Julie, Vienna approach 128.905.
128.905. And yes, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, bye-bye. Okay. Juliana approach, good day. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, flight level 180, heading 120 degrees.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, Julie, Yana approach, QNH 1018, expect radar vectors for Arnav runway 10.
Expect radar vectors. RNF 10, QNH 1018, India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra.
Negative QNH 1018.
Vertical track.
QNH1018, expect vectors RNF10, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra. Okay.
Indy, Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
5,000 feet, QNH1018, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra. Okay. So
QNH 1018.
Send 5,000 feet, QNH 1018, India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra. 5,000 feet is set. Oh, pull for VS. Start or descent. We'll actually put it direct to that evacuate point for now to help us out a little bit. So, engage VS. White plan. Lucky since we're on vectors, I can just activate this leg. Wait a second. What happened here? Yeah, lucky. Perfect. But now we're just getting vectors towards there. So we have about 45 miles to destination. So we're slightly high actually. And we're doing a ground speed of 312. So that would mean we need about 1,500, 1,600 feet a minute. But we are slightly high. So we're going to recapture with 2,000 feet a minute for now.
Blackfin 1231, contact Julie. Hannah Tower 118.7, bye-bye.
Contact Tower 118.7 Black.
This GPS point is pointing all the way. There, let's see what our flight plan says. Flight plan, so says Avaki, Lizard. Let's see with our chart. Avaki, Lizard, okay, that makes sense. Can I go direct? Avaki, execute. Okay, now we got something here. We got a magenta line now. And the FOF is Lizard, so we cannot accept any direct to Lizard. We need to be established on the final 2 miles before the FOF on the RMP approach. That's probably our... What's that? Okay. It could be our cabin altitude. Our cabin altitude is fine, but actually let's set that for descent now. But that's probably the speed getting a little bit too close. Let's reduce the torque. And let's set the elevation plus 500 for now. The cabin altitudes. Here we were going a little bit too fast there. Alright. And now we have this, actually this VS required here. It's also cool. But you cannot trust this all the time, because sometimes, many times it will send you a bit too low. Let's say I think it would do in this case as well. We're now... Okay, let's have a rethink. We're at 13,000 time, so that 39 miles. We need to have... We have 33 miles, so still a little bit high. I've never done an RNF approach in this aircraft, but anyway, I'm gonna use nav modes with vertical speed. I think that should work. Let's regard this torque exceedance. I had an exceedance for a second there. Maybe if we do it. Okay, there we go. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, is that the runway here? You can even see like we're slightly to the right. We're pointing to the right of the runway. That would make sense. That's cool. Whoever noticed that. Well, we even have a glide slope indicator here. Or the RNAV. That's kind of cool if we do it. I wonder if you can even go approach mode. And actually, I think this one here has a RNF mode as well. I can even change the course. Let's see what our course is. 096. But I don't really know if I can trust this. Because now it's not indicating a glide slope or anything anymore as well. The little GPS. Yeah, then we have the glide. See, we're coming back on the path slowly. Oh, that's quite cool. Then we're coming back on the path. Let's reduce the vertical speed. And we're also below 100 actually. Let's turn the landing lights on. Okay. So we are now at 8,000. So 8,000 to lose. Times 3, 24 miles. We have 23 miles. So yeah, more or less on profile. And we're doing ground speed of 240. Times 5 is about 1,200. So reduce the rate a little bit here. I hope she's gonna make us turn left, because it looks like we might overshoot the center line if she doesn't give us a direct soon. Or I should request, maybe. Let's see what happens if I request direct Avaki. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, request direct Avaki. Probably won't understand what I'm saying. Come on, lady. Yeah, she doesn't understand. Let's see. What if I press this, I'll need to see. Request direct to fix. Maybe we'll try that.
Request direct to fix.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, you're currently being vectored unable
Okay.
direct at this time.
Well, you better give some good vectors then. Because right now you're sending me, I don't know.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, descend to 3,700 feet.
Descend 3,700 feet. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Okay.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, 10 miles from Aveki, turn left. Heading 105, maintain 2,600 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared RNAV runway 10.
Left 105. And maintain 2,600 until established. Cleared RNAV 10. India Sierra Kilo Sierra. Okay.
Negative, maintain 2,600
That's
feet.
what I said, lady. No, that's just that they are answer that one
Turn
that
left, heading
doesn't
105,
understand me.
2,600 feet until established. Cleared RNAV runway 10 Indy. Sierra
Alright,
Kilo
we're just
Bravo
gonna go
Sierra.
direct to Avaki now, so... Okay, activate. Going to nav mode. Perfect. So let's see on our chart. Avaki is at what else? Minimum 2,600. Okay. She cleared this as well. 2,600, so let's pop that up here. Reduce the rate slightly. And actually, let's bring up the chart. Reduce the speed a little bit more. And since we are reducing the speed, I'll reduce our descent rate as well.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, contact Julie, Yana Tower 118.7.
118.7 India, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright, over to tower. Tower, good day, India, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra on the NP10.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, Julie, Yana Tower, wind 085 at 14 gusts, 26 runway 10 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 10, India, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra. Alright, gusting to 6. Little bit windy. Let's see how this airplane handles in the wind. I can feel it already here a bit. Oh, wait a second. I really gotta keep descending. Let's try approach mode, actually. See if it follows the RNAV. It looks like it is descending. Nice little. And we have some altitude versus distance.
203 Tango, ramp Charlie 4 taxi at pilot's discretion.
Ramp Charlie 4 taxi at my discretion.
2 miles
203 Tango.
from Maple, which is now. We need to be 1340. Wait, no, we're not. We're from Lizard right now. Okay, we're not at the FUF yet. The FUF is at Lizard at 1700. So let's see if we cross the level at 1700. It's in 1 mile from now. Looks like we're doing pretty good. We got some moisture up here. Let's turn the inertial separator on for a little bit. Okay. There is the buff at 1,700 feet. Perfect. Inertial separator is on. That's what the massive question is for. Runway is in sight as well. We have 2 whites, 2 reds, so everything is going brilliantly. Very nice. Okay, so let's start with our first notch of flaps out. Let's go out of the 850 mode, go to flaps takeoff. Display the inertial separator can go off. Now let's get the gear down. Keep reducing speed. Okay, wind is 25 knots right now. You can see that over here. This is the winds. Right. And let's get our second notch of flaps out. Landing flaps. I'll keep the speed a little bit high since it's gusting. Let's try to keep the speed around 100 here. And there we go. Are we clear to land? I don't think so. Let's have a quick look there beyond the sea. India Sierra Kilo Bravo Stella, Sierra final runway 10. Disconnect.
Julie, Yana Tower, Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, go ahead.
Short final runway is 10, established on the RMP.
Affirmative.
Are we clear to land India Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra? Descending.
Indy, the Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra.
500.
Has already been given. Proceed as planned.
Copy. Let's just ignore beyond it to see. Let's say we're clear land. 500. Continue. As you can see on the water as well, the water is very weighted. You can see they're disgusting. Yeah, I can feel it over here. That's why we're keeping the speed slightly higher than usual. Getting a little bit low here. Rust deck. Whoa, I can feel that wind trying to push us up again. Not the best landing there.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, exit left at Foxtrot.
Exit left up Foxtrot in this aircraft road set. It's a bit twitchy, I might need to change my controls for this aircraft. Left on Foxtrot, he said. Let's get the chart out quickly. Oh, we're all the way stopped now. Foxtrot. All the way at Foxtrot. Okay, let's keep it rolling quickly. Yeah, that was there. Quite dumpy there when I pitched up the... Especially because of the wind as well. The headwind easily pushed the aircraft back up. Okay, this is Foxtrot here, next on the left. Let's get our landing lights off, taxi light on. Let's get our transponder back away from the altitude reporting. India Sierra, Kilo Bravo Sierra, and I vacated.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, welcome to Princess Julie. Yana, say parking or advise if need assignment.
I will just park over here in the Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra.
Indy, Sierra Kilo Bravo Sierra, say again ramp number.
Thank you. More was better about it. Important reset. Either off. Accelerator off.
Indy, Sierra
Both.
Kilo Bravo Sierra, say again ramp number.
All aircraft be advised, information Tango no current.
Turbos off.
QNH 1017.
Ditching Tango off. EF is master off. Leader off. Air conditioning off. I'm floating a little too low. And spawner can go off. Standby. 2000. Make sure the weather radar is off. AP trim master off. Radio master can come off. Alright. The auxiliary boost dump can come off. Fuel selector to manual. Let's kill the engine now. And here we are. It says Juliana Airport. Left the flaps up actually, well down. That's no problem. Alright, engine is shipped down. Okay, make sure all of this is off here. All the icing stuff is off. So we can go ahead, turn the battery generator off, close the bar, and let's open up our door. That's to unlock, and open up this door here. Get the stairs down. Let's get outside. Cool. Flip our trucks. Since it's a bit windy, it was gusting 26 knots when we landed. Not the easiest landing there. Our engine covers up. And let's go ahead with roll covers as well. We'll be a second. Can we close the stairs with this flaps down? Looks very close. Let's say we had a bird strike or something. We want to inspect the flaps. There we can close this, so press to close. And the animal stows.
Julie, Yana departure, United 1629. Good day, 1418,800. We have
I
Tango.
think to see we shouldn't be hearing that anymore with the avionic one, so.
United 1629, Julie. Yana.
Alright, that's it. We made it all the way to Saint Maarten. It was a nice little hop here. Interesting approach as well. Aircraft handled perfectly. The TRMP approached really nicely. But a little bit, not the best landing there, because they had when we tried to flare the gust, we just flare a bit too much and go up a little bit again. Balloon the aircraft. But we made it down in the end. Well, thanks to everyone who's watched today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it a little bit. If you did, please leave a like. And subscribe if you can. To my quite new channel. It would help me a lot to grow my channel. But, I'm gonna continue making all kind of videos in Flight Simulator and live streams as well. So yeah, I hope to see you on the next one, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.